walk into any gym at 5:30 a.m. and you'll spot them instantly. The guy in the faded Metallica shirt, who's been using the same gym bag since Clinton was president. The woman who doesn't take a single selfie, but knows exactly where every dumbbell goes. The ones who treat small talk like a contact sport they didn't sign up for. If you're Gen X and the gym feels less like wellness and more like punching a clock you actually respect, welcome. You're not obsessed. You're just wired different. But what looks like discipline is actually survival mode with better biceps. Here's what's really happening. Gen X didn't grow up with therapy apps or mental health days. You grew up with divorced parents, latchkey afternoons, and a culture that said figure it out yourself, so you did. The gym became your therapist, your proof of concept, and your daily middle finger to entropy, all before 7 a.m. Think of it like this. Everyone else treats the gym like a destination. You treat it like clocking in because showing up is the only currency you've ever trusted. It's not inspiration, it's obligation, but the good kind. The kind that keeps you from dissolving into the couch like everyone else did. Real talk, you're the person who hits legs on Monday even if Monday tried to kill you. Sick, still went, tired, went anyway, motivation? That's a word other generations need. You just have the alarm set. Because missing a workout doesn't feel like rest. It feels like betraying the only person who's been there from the start. Psychologists call this compulsive consistency, when routine becomes identity. When you can't control the chaos outside, you control the chaos inside. The barbell doesn't lie, the weights don't have opinions. The squat rack doesn't ghost you. You show up, you lift, it works. The gym is your peace treaty with a world that never gave you one. Let's talk about what you're actually doing there. You're not working out, you're working through it. Someone pisses you off at work. You don't journal your feelings, you add weight to the bar. Stressed about money, longer cardio, family drama? You're not calling a hotline, you're calling an audible and doing an extra set. It's like this, everyone else learned emotions have names and you're supposed to express them. You learned emotions are inconvenient and the treadmill makes them shut up. Both strategies work, yours just requires more laundry. Studies show people who grew up with inconsistent emotional support develop what's called alexithymia, difficulty identifying feelings. So your body became the translator, pain is clear, sweat is honest. Soreness tomorrow is proof you handled it. You're not avoiding emotions. You're just fluent in a different language, the iron dialect. Strip away the fitness talk, and here's the core truth. Every rep is you proving you're not your parents. Your parents' generation gave up, got soft, stopped fighting. You watched it happen in real time. The resignation, the surrender, the beer gut at 40. The complaints about bad backs and getting old. And somewhere around age 14, you made yourself a promise that would never be you. So now every single workout is a referendum on that promise. You're 52 and still doing pull-ups while your dad couldn't do one at 35. That's not vanity. That's a statement. That's proof you kept your word to the kid who had to raise himself. This is what psychologists call generational differentiation, the psychological separation from your parents' patterns. But for Gen X, it's visceral. You're not just being different, you're being stronger. Because nobody saved you then, and you damn sure don't need saving now. Every workout is evidence you didn't surrender. Here's the other thing, Gen X doesn't join communities. You don't do group hugs or post your fitness journey, but you absolutely notice the regular who's always at the squat rack at 6:15. You've never spoken. Maybe one head nod in 2019, but if he's gone for 3 days, you notice. And it bothers you because that's your tribe. The tribe that doesn't need words or hashtags, just consistent, silent presence. It's like a pack of wolves who hunt alone but somehow always end up at the same watering hole. No meetings, no feeling circles. Just mutual acknowledgement. I see you, you see me, we're good. In psychology, this is parallel play socialization, connection without interaction. The gym is the only place where being emotionally unavailable is actually the culture, and for Gen X, that's home. But here's the part that matters. What happens when the thing that saved you starts to cage you? Because this works until it doesn't, until the routine becomes the prison, until you realize you don't actually know who you are without it. Until discipline is just a prettier word for I literally can't stop. So ask yourself this, is the gym where you feel alive? Or is it where you go so you don't have to feel anything else? Is this freedom? Or just a very structured escape? You don't have to answer that out loud, but you should probably answer it to yourself. Here's what's true, you're not broken. You're not addicted, you're someone who learned at 12 years old that you're your own rescue team. And the gym is where you prove that's still true. The discipline is real, the strength is earned. The consistency is admirable. But maybe, just maybe, you can be your own rescue team and still take a day off without feeling like you're losing the war. You don't have to earn your right to exist every morning at 5:30 a.m., but I know you're showing up anyway. So here's the reframe. What if you went because you wanted to, not because you had to? What if the workout wasn't proof you're still okay, but just something you genuinely enjoy? What if being strong enough also meant being strong enough to rest? Drop a comment. Which one hit you hardest? The control thing, proving you're not your parents? Or the emotional translator part?